Hey, what is up, mortals? Tim here. And before we get into today's video, there is something I'd like to say. I'd like to let you all know that we have a merch store. Some of the items in it are only available for a limited amount of time. So, if you're interested, go into the description and check it out. Each purchase helps us make more content. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. After failing to find Cell, Piccolo was confronted by the androids while Vegeta and Trunks trained in the Room of Spirit and Time. Piccolo, 17 and 18 fought an earth-shaking battle, but were interrupted by Cell. They learned that he had absorbed Tien, Roshi, Chaozu, and Chi-Chi, as well as his plan to absorb the androids and reach his perfect form. After a one-sided confrontation, Cell absorbed the androids, left Piccolo nearly dead and 16 broken. After all was said and done, Vegeta and Trunks showed up already in Super Saiyan form. Staring down the buff bug man in his perfect form, Vegeta told Trunks to get Piccolo and 16 out of the way before getting addressed by Cell. The bug man talked down to Vegeta, telling him he was too late, bragging about its power, and the two quipped back and forth a bit before Vegeta sent a punch into Cell's gut. Cell retaliated with a left hook to Vegeta's face, and the two went blow to blow, smirking and toying with each other. The two went back and forth, slowly letting out more power until Vegeta started to overpower and outspeed Cell. He sent the creature flying back across the island, then delivered a kick sending Cell straight up into the air, and a final third blow to the back of the head made Cell sail straight into the ocean. Vegeta then sent a barrage of ki blasts at Cell, only for them to get deflected in every conceivable direction. A large blast of ki emerged from the water, pushing Vegeta back a bit, followed by a punch to the gut by Cell. The two flew back down to the island after their warm-up, and they began powering up. While powering up, together they completely flattened the island and turned it into a crater. Electricity surrounded Vegeta's body from the immense amount of power he had been able to accumulate, which caused his hair to split and become spikier. Shock, horror, and excitement filled Cell's body as Vegeta explained that he'd not only perfected Super Saiyan, but reached a level above the form. Ascended Super Saiyan. With the movement of his hand, Vegeta beckoned Cell to attack him. Cell rushed him as fast as he could, sending a punch into the Saiyan's face. The hit forced Vegeta to bend backward and drew blood, but with a little force, Vegeta bent straight back up against Cell's fist. He whipped the blood from his face, having not budged from where he was standing. He smirked at the Petri dish android. As soon as what happened sunk in for Cell, the fighter sent a flurry of punches and kicks at Vegeta, who effortlessly dodged them. After feeling he humiliated the beast long enough, Vegeta seemingly disappeared and sent a chop to the back of Cell's neck. Cell went flying into the ocean head first, getting stuck in the ground. While the skirmish between Vegeta and Cell was going on, Trunks had flown away carrying Piccolo and Android 16. Not knowing where to take the android, he decided to bring the two to the now empty Kame house. On the way there, Piccolo had been healed by a sensu bean, allowing him to fly by himself. Android 16 had asked Trunks to bring him to Capsule Corp to get repaired and upgraded. Trunks initially refused, not wanting the murderous android anywhere near his mother. Piccolo was able to convince Trunks to go along with 16's wishes, telling him that they were going to need all the help they could get. When the three arrived at Capsule Corp, the situation was quickly explained to Dr. Briefs and Bulma, and at Piccolo's request, they started to repair and upgrade the android immediately. Piccolo and Trunks left soon after, with Piccolo going to Kame's lookout, and Trunks heading to the location where Cell and Vegeta were fighting. Cell dislodged his head from the ground underwater, and as anger seeped out of every pore in Cell's body, he slowly and shakily flew out of the water. After Cell rose from the water, Vegeta shook the android to its core, taunting his opponent. He told Cell that he was only able to get a light warm-up from their fight, and that he was beyond disappointed with the fight, considering how strong the android was made out to be. As Vegeta continued to look down at Cell, he took pride in the fear that filled the Bugman's eyes, and proceeded to blast Cell into oblivion with a full-powered Gallic gun. Vegeta turned his back to the chunk of meat that remained of Cell, and right when he was about to fly away, he heard the laughter of the beast he'd just slain. Turning back around cautiously, dread engulfed his body due to the immense spike in Cell's power. Electricity shot out of the creature's body, without it even needing to charge up. Cell explained that as long as the core of its body was intact, it would regenerate, thanks to Namekian DNA, and become far stronger than taking so much damage, thanks to Saiyan DNA. Vegeta rushed Cell with a full power flurry of attacks, screaming about how Cell couldn't be stronger than him because he was immortal. Cell smirked at the declaration and told Vegeta that his immortality amounted to nothing more than turning him into the ultimate punching bag. In an attempt to prove Cell wrong, he charged up and let loose a final flash with all the energy he could muster. Initially underestimating the attack, Cell barely got out of the way in time. In retaliation, Cell elbowed Vegeta and sent him flying through several mountains on several different islands, before creating a crater in the final one, leaving Vegeta incapacitated. Before we get back into the story, I would like to say that we've got a second channel called Anime Deep Dive. Anime Deep Dive is a channel based on a variety of anime lore. If you are interested in content like this, make sure you click the icon in the top right corner, or check out the description below for a link to the channel. Now with that out of the way, let's get back into the story. By the time Trunks had arrived back at the battlegrounds, the terrain had changed drastically, and Cell was about to kill Vegeta. Trunks charged in headfirst to save Vegeta, already an ascended Super Saiyan. He blitzed past Cell and sent a punch to the creature's face as he went to rescue his father. Intrigued at the potential shown by the two Saiyans, Cell asked if they could get any stronger. Trunks responded with uncertainty about whether or not he could get stronger. He told Cell that Android 16 was being upgraded to be able to fight on par with the monster, and would be ready in 2 weeks at most. He also told the monster that Goku was training, and would be able to beat Cell without a shadow of a doubt. Satisfied with the answers, Cell told him that in 2 weeks it would be holding a martial arts tournament. The 2 weeks passed with Goku and Gohan finishing their training, Dende becoming the Earth's new guardian and revitalizing the Dragon Balls, Vegeta and Trunks going back into the Room of Spirit and Time, Android 16 getting repaired and training with Piccolo, and Goku gathering Earth's new Dragon Balls. The Cell games began with Mr. Satan and his students getting demolished without Cell doing much of anything, if anything at all. The first real challenger was Goku. He transformed into Ascended Super Saiyan, and the two exchanged hits blow for blow. For the average viewer, they seemed to be perfectly even. The two titans clashed faster than the cameras could keep up, and pushing back those unable to keep up. After Goku used an instant transmission Kamehameha, he was worn out. The two continued the earth-shaking battle without an arena, as Cell found it too limiting for such an intense battle. As the battle waged on, the gap between the two fighters started to slowly become more and more apparent, as Goku exhausted himself. Not seeing a way to win or a reason to keep the fight going, Goku gave up. With everyone shocked at the turn of events, Goku told Cell that there was still one more fighter who was stronger than he that was able to challenge Cell. Goku nominated Gohan to be the next fight for Cell. When Gohan entered the arena, Cell scoffed at the boy and asked Goku if he had been serious. Seeing that it wasn't a joke, Cell decided to try and get as much amusement out of the fight as he possibly could. The two fighters stared down each other before Gohan powered up. The pure force just from powering up in Super Saiyan created a typhoon of wind, rubble, and ground. Reaching his limit with base Super Saiyan, the boy went to the next step to Ascended Super Saiyan. He continued rising further and further in power. The rest of the fighters were shocked at Gohan's seemingly endless raw energy as more and more kept building up. After Gohan was done powering up to full strength, Cell was more than elated from the sight before him, a warrior that not only rivaled Cell's power, but potentially surpassed it. However, the look of ecstasy was wiped off of Cell's face when Gohan spoke. The half-breed Saiyan told Cell, "Look, I'm giving you a way out without any violence. I don't want to fight you. I don't like to fight, like Dad does. I don't want to kill anyone." Cell laughed at the boy, mocking the very idea that he could be killed by Gohan. Cell tested the child's speed, wanting to see what he was capable of. When Gohan was able to keep up blow for blow, Cell decided to let loose with his full speed, grabbing onto Gohan faster than he could react. Cell watched the boy struggle to get free before assaulting him with a multitude of punches to the face. The android let go of Gohan and sent him sailing into the ground with a kick. Standing back up as if nothing happened, Gohan smirked at his opponent. In the next episode, how will Gohan's release of his full power and the death of future Trunks affect Vegeta? The fight between Cell and Gohan turns into a one-sided slaughter as soon as their warm-up is done. Will the remnants of the Z-Warriors be able to handle Cell, or has Vegeta's self-obsessed attitude doomed them all? Find out next time! Thank you all for watching the video to the end. Now, there are a few more things I'd like to go over before the video ends. On behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank the writer for the video, as well as the editor for the video. Their details will be in the description below. If you're a voice actor, editor, or writer, or you're just interested in becoming one of those, go to the Discord that is in the description of this video and hit up the head of one of those areas. We're always looking for members to join us. That's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're interested, and hit that like button if you'd like this video. Until next time, peace out mortals, have an amazing day.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand.